right. Man, week 15 wrapping up. First week of the playoffs.
2 minutes.
Wrapping
2
up
minutes
here.
of game time left in week 15.
Man,
With
2
this
more
Philly
minutes
Washington
left
game.
in it. That is wild.
They'll come
That
out of the
is-
2-minute warning taking knees too, Philly. So
Are they really?
it's basically over. They haven't yet, but they will. It's 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. I mean,
Ouch.
Washington's used their timeouts. They might have one left.
So that's pretty much done then.
So that game's over, yeah.
Man.
I mean, Philly's up by 10, so they're going to win, even if Washington does get the ball back.
No doubt.
I needed 2 more points from Gibson in 2 very important. Actually, it's my 2 money leagues. Is where I needed Gibson to get 2 more points.
That's rough. That is really rough. I think I did pretty well in mine. I was in what did I say, 8 playoffs, and I think I lost in 3 of them, maybe. But one's my big money league. My team absolutely tanked in there, and then I think I lost in maybe one more. Oh yeah, and then I lost in our charity best ball league. So I think those are the only 2 I lost in. So it's not bad.
I think I won 4 out of 9.
Oh, in Vegas. We lost in Vegas because our team really sucked.
Yeah, I think I won 4 out of 9, so not quite 500.
So we both you're in 4 left and I have 5 left. Man. Let's see. Jorge says Sony Michel would play better than my 4 running backs. Right?
Dude, for real. Sony Michel, I didn't think he'd get that many more carries than Henderson, even if he did lead it, but
I didn't really see what that split looked like tonight. I didn't get to actually watch the game, so
just 1 second, I can tell you here.
Yeah, I'm looking it up real quick because I'm curious to see.
Oh, there it is. Michelle 18 for 92, Henderson 6 for 23.
Wow, 6 carries.
Michelle, they each had 2 catches, but yeah,
that is rough.
He tripled up Henderson's carry total.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saw it coming. But wait, how many points did Henderson get?
I don't know. I just left that game.
Hold on.
Henderson, let's see, 23 yards, 4 yards on 2 carries, so 6 on a full PPR.
Oh, okay. Is Roll Tide? No, in Roll Tide he got 4.7. I'm not sure what's going on there, but
he had 2 catches.
Hey, as long as he got 4 points. Remember that guy last night said he was down by 4. We told him to start Henderson for the upset.
Yeah,
he just needed 4 points. He got it.
It's kind of crazy.
Because that was also full PPR.
What's also crazy is Lockett was out and Metcalf still only had 52 yards on 6 catches.
That's crazy, dude. What is up with him? Granted, that offense is terrible right now.
I mean, Everett had 60 on 4 catches. That's kind of wild.
I mean, Rashad Penny tonight had 6.4 points, 11 carries for 39 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross.
Let's see. DJ Dallas. See what DJ Dallas had going on. 8 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. 4 targets, 3 catches. So compared to 2 targets, 2 catches for Penny. So DJ Dallas actually got 3, 1. So 2 more touches for Rashad Penny was all.
Uh-oh. Washington just got the ball back. 1st and 10 with 19 seconds. Think Gibson can tear off a catch for 10 yards and get my win?
They very much could. If I'm being honest, I could see him dumping it down to him and letting him just run it and get it downfield. How much are they down by?
10. So they're not going to tie or win, but
so there's no reason to taking a chance of getting anybody hurt.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be something?
Boy, what a week, dude! What a crappy week. If we're being honest,
you're not kidding.
Yeah, it's disappointing, for sure. But so out of our joint,
Oh, they handed it off to Patterson.
cool, just to run the clock out.
Yeah.
Stupid. Just take a knee. Like, that's dumb.
Seven's calling me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, dude. We literally just went live.
No doubt. No doubt.
I'm gonna
So
text him back real quick.
yeah, cool. I'm gonna look up our Vegas league here because I know we just lost. I think we only lost by like 5 points. Yeah, we lost by almost 5.5 points to Fantasy Flojo, who was the 3rd seed. We snuck in there with the 6th seed somehow at 7-7 after starting off. Now he's calling me. I don't. He's needing something. Something needy.
I just texted him. I don't know what he doesn't have a show tonight.
No, I think he's probably just calling to maybe say, "Hey, I don't know what's going on."
I mean, what I mean is it's not like technical difficulties or anything. So
no. So weird, but yeah. So Flojo got us by about 5 points, which is, I mean, I'm pretty proud of that. But had Justin Jefferson done any good? Had Hunter Renfrow done any good? Had George Kittle actually done what he's supposed to? Should Ramondre Stevenson done what he was supposed to? Had Michael Carter not only gotten 2.5 points? What a night, or what a week. But instead, our complete team just flopped.
Dude, my in Roll Tide, I lost by 2. Where I started Stevenson, I could have started Jeff Wilson, and then in my work league, I started Stevenson and Carter and lost by 2 to the number 1 seed. I'm the 8th seed. Wow. I lost by 2 points to number 1 seed because I started Carter and Stevenson over
That's rough.
Dylan and Aaron Jones. So that's a big fail. Big old fail.
That's rough.
Yep.
I lost by 34 points in my work league, and mostly because my team sucks in there.
Yes,
like, I had to start Michael Carter and Dontrell Hilliard as my top running backs. My wide receivers were Bateman, who got me 0.5 point, Mooney, who got 8.5, and Gallup, who got me 4.5. I mean, my bench again has AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Elijah Moore. I had CMC. My team was just decimated by injury, so I just didn't stand a chance. I mean, I started off 7-1 and ended up 7-7. No, I started off 6-1 and I ended up 7-7. So, in going out in the first round, my team just died.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right. It was a jacked up week.
I tell you what, though, it's not going to get any better because all this COVID that keeps popping up. I mean, you got talking about big stars. I mean, if I were still alive in our Roll Tide league, I'd be down Eckler and Kelsey. I mean, people are going to be down Tyreek Hill. We're talking about
Fournette, Godwin. Those are biggies.
Yeah. So people are having to do this without these big names. I mean, Lockett was out tonight. Sushi, Metcalf is not it. That whole offense is not it, honestly.
Yeah. Metcalf did not do well.
I mean, but is it Metcalf or is it more than that? You know what I mean?
I think it's mostly Russell Wilson. And the fact that their run game is anemic as hell.
I mean, Russell Wilson had 4.24 fantasy points tonight. He's 17 for 31 for 156 yards and a touchdown.
Sushi, Seattle hadn't looked the same with Money Man that they looked before Wilson got hurt.
That's very true. Ever since Wilson's gotten hurt, that team is not worthwhile. I don't know what's going on there, man. They do not look good. Jaguar says, I missed it last night, but freaking panic on Kyler Murray. Jeez. Yeah,
I did hit a mild panic on Murray.
I'm just panicked about fantasy football in general right now, man. Just because this year has such an asterisk by it, and I hate to say that for people who are winning, but like last year's COVID situation, when we were in the middle of like hardcore pandemic, we didn't have this sort of issue. Like they're just shutting people down.
Yeah, now it's just everybody at once, and it's all happening right now, right in the fantasy playoffs. Like, it's the worst timing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Now, the good news is people aren't getting like seriously ill.
No, they're getting a shit ton of false positives
Well, and if you're
and
just in close
testing out of it.
contact, well, if you're in close contact with someone, they check you out,
Yeah,
I mean, um, but I mean the new strain is highly contagious and not dangerous.
yeah,
But
but you can't
s-
play with it because it makes you cough. So it's still a
maybe
pain in the ass
it
for
doesn't always make
athletes.
you cough. Sometimes you're just asymptomatic with it. So,
That's
um,
yeah. But if you're symptomatic, that's literally the only symptom from this one.
yeah, I mean, people are getting over it and playing in a game all within 5 to 7 days. So,
Yeah.
but it's still annoying. I mean, you still just don't know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Cooper, he's been feeling the side effects of COVID. He may not have had the newest strain though. Honestly, um, because this newer strain is just kind of hitting hard just within the last like 2 weeks. Omicron, baby.
Yeah, Cooper definitely has not been the same since he came back from COVID.
No, at all.
He was playing better banged up before he got it than he has since he had it.
Yeah, just not the same. MJ, you got tossed, huh? Man, I hear that. I got tossed. One start Gronk and Connors, Monty and Fournette, Mark Andrews on the bench. Oh,
Oh my god. That breaks your heart.
oh, my chest hurts, man. Just reading that hurts.
I don't know how you
Ouch.
bench Andrews anyways, just to be honest with you.
I mean, because of Gronk. I mean, I kind of understand it, but geez,
Mm.
that's tough. That's really tough. Because Andrews was playing with that backup quarterback. I mean, I see. When you're having to make that decision, that's tough. I can understand that. Did Fletch also won in Roll Tide, right? I'm just
Did
kind
he?
of curious. Fletch did beat. He won by 12. He beat Ray out.
Wow.
Wow.
I can't believe I
So
came that close to beating Donnie though.
Donnie's the only repeat champ left in the race there. We're gonna have a new champ this year, Kyle.
I came so close though.
We're gonna have a new champ. So there's been 10 years and there's been 4 champs total so far.
And I'm 4 of them.
Yeah, Kyle's won 4. I've won 1. Donnie's won 2.
Donnie's 2 and Austin's 3.
Austin's 3. Sheesh. You've beat me
Yeah.
in 3 of your 4 finals. How stucky is that for me? That sucks.
No, I beat you in all 4.
I don't think so. Either way, always at the top. This year I didn't even make playoffs because of Kelsey and James Robinson, essentially. So cool. Both of them decided to not do anything the same 2 weeks.
Hey, they went crazy this week though.
Boy, my team went freaking crazy. I
You're
destroyed.
crushing it in the consolation bracket.
I would have destroyed anyone and everyone this week, man. And that's with Kamara only getting 5.1 points. I mean, my team just went crazy. Let's get down here. New Life. Welcome back in. What do you think of Bell signing with the Bucks? Worth a pickup?
Nah,
I
wouldn't
don't think
bother.
so.
He's
I
gonna
think
be a pure backup. Even when he had a shot in
Yeah.
Baltimore, he's not good anymore. He's just not that guy anymore.
He hasn't been good since he left that system up in Pittsburgh. I mean, he missed the season. He should have just stayed tight. He got too cocky. He was in a good system. Screwed his entire career
I
up.
don't think he was a system product. Like, he was legit,
But he had to sit out a
just,
whole year, right? Like,
he's just not the same guy anymore now.
but tell me a running back who's not really succeeding in that up there. Like James Conner stepped up and he was succeeding, just couldn't stay healthy. Najee Harris gonna succeed and stuff because they just kind of tossed the ball off to him. Stuff like they've got a pretty good.
But look at Connor's success after Najee. Like, those are legit running backs. It's not just.
That's true.
I mean,
You right.
Benny Snell doesn't usually do very well when he has a spot start.
Yeah, Benny Snell is weak.
Exactly.
Though I do love his mouthpiece.
So it's not full system.
Does Benny Snell still use that fun mouthpiece?
I have no idea, but I wouldn't bother with Bell at all.
So
unless you have already have Ronald Jones and you want his handcuff, maybe I could see that.
I could see it, but I don't think it's worthwhile. And even then, I don't
You can
think
pick
he's
him up
gonna-
after waivers. Don't use your fab money on him.
I like Vaughn more than I like Bell. Isn't Vaughn their next running back there?
Yeah, or Bernard, but I mean,
See, why are they even? Yeah, Bell's just a depth signing that's not worthwhile.
they're all gonna split if something happens to Ronald Jones. He's the only complete back they got left.
He's just a good depth piece, veteran depth piece for them. I don't blame him there. So the reason I'm asking about Benny Snellcow is he used to have, when he was in college, he had a cool mouthpiece that had this like fan thing built into it, and when you breathe hard, it went like bzzz. So when he would run by people, he would exhale really hard, and he would just be like bzzz as he ran by them. It was really cool.
That's pretty funny.
It was awesome. So I'm guessing he probably still has one, but it's funny. MJ's got some playoff predictions. The Chiefs, the Patriots, Colts, Bengals, Titans, Chargers, Bills. Bills coming in at 7.
Honestly, I haven't even looked at.
Yeah, I haven't looked at where that's setting at right now.
Playoff predictions at all.
But it's funny because didn't the Chiefs start off 3-4? Like, and now they're just like on a tear.
Yeah. They did the opposite of what Dallas is doing. They started slow and are picking it up. We started off hot, and now we're kind of falling off, or at least our offense is.
Yeah, our offense looks like trash. Our defense looks incredible.
Our defense is winning games for us right now, for sure.
His NFC is Packers, Bucks, Cowboys, Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Eagles. Ooh, he's got the Eagles sneaking in there at 7. Man, I tell you, those are some strong teams right there. Dang, the Packers, Bucks, Cowboys, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. That's a strong 6 right there. When I look back over at the AFC, they're not bad. I mean, the Bengals, once you hit kind of the Bengals, Chargers at 6 and Bills at 7. I mean, they've got a solid, good 6 teams in there too. It's going to be interesting. The playoffs are going to be fun. The real playoffs, fantasy playoffs, are stressful and annoying right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, that should be some good playoffs. How about them Cowboys? This is our year, man. This is our year. So and that what people always make fun of us for saying.
So you got Philly jumping Minnesota to get in there. I don't know about that.
Depends on what Minnesota. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but Philly's got what the Giants and the Redskins left and stuff. So
yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, Minnesota plays the Rams in Green Bay. Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, he's got Dallas going into Lambeau Field and upsetting Green Bay.
I don't know.
I
don't know. Like, I'm a huge Dallas fan, but that's a bold statement.
If there's one kryptonite to Dallas Cowboys, it's Aaron Rodgers.
That's for sure.
And the referees, because Des caught it. Anyways, so Sushi says, I'm calling it 49ers going to NFC West Division leaders. Going to be them. Alrighty, let's see. Brian, winning
2 wins behind the Rams and the Cards with 3 weeks left, so they got some work to do.
No doubt. A lot of things got to go right for him. Brian said, went into tonight tied with my Stafford, Penny, and Miles Sanders versus Cup. Barely held on for the win. Whew.
That's sad.
So sad because
Sanders had a better night than I expected.
Yeah, and Cup had a good night. So
dude, Beckham and Jefferson, they did disappear. I don't know what happened there, but my God.
Yep.
Who does Penny play next week? Chicago. Yeah, I think he'd be worth a start there.
24.
Maybe a good flex guy.
He says, promise you that no catch was a catch, and Dallas would have went into Seattle and unsettled Seattle at home like they did earlier in the season. Agree. But, not bitter or anything, but that was only a fantastic game and a great catch. When you catch it, turn, and also switch arms with it, and then extend the arm to reach out. How is that not a catch? Exactly. How many football moves How many football moves do you have to make before it's a catch? It's stupid. I hate it. Still pissed. He has Bears then Lions week 17. Should be spicy if his volume keeps up.
Yeah, he's got some good matchups, and there's no reason they should give any less volume to him. Alex Collins isn't the answer.
So, I agree.
Yeah, you should be. Those should be okay starts for him.
Yep. Yeah, no wave it. Rashad Penny should have had him and DJ Dallas were splitting so much tonight. I think that's annoying when you're like, oh, Rashad Penny should get a chance to be our absolute lead back, and then there's a 2-touch difference between the two.
I know, right?
I don't understand that at all. Like almost an even split. Okay, coach. Also, I picked up this new whiskey tonight, and it's walnut toffee. Walnut toffee whiskey. Made a little old fashioned out of it. Call me old fashioned.
Dude, I was in a liquor store the other day. They had a freaking pumpkin spice whiskey. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that's not real. That can't be real.
I'd be down for that. They also have a watermelon whiskey. I'd be down for something like that too, maybe during the summer. That sounds nice.
I don't know. I love watermelon, but in whiskey?
Hey, man. I don't love me some watermelon stuff. Brian said if he wasn't in the locker room for the TD drive, that jumped when I went to click it. His final line looks better. Yeah, I agree with that. Saints are 7-7, and go Dolphins and Panthers home and at Atlanta. Love that at Atlanta there. Dolphins, man, if they come out firing, those could be tricky games for the Saints, other than Atlanta, but it's going to be tricky.
Panthers game won't be.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What's up, Plug? Nice to see you, buddy. Nice
Mr.
to see
you. Long time no talk, buddy. Man, I haven't talked to Jay in a minute.
Oh, me and Jay talk all the time. We talked.
Well, you do videos and stuff. Like, I miss Jay. What's up, bud?
Hey, Jonathan, back up in here. Buffalo Trace. I don't even know what the hell that means, but
I have no idea what he means by that. But welcome in, Jonathan.
Yeah, the Dolphins were 1-7. If you actually check who they lose to, they're not a bad team. Beware. I agree. They look pretty good. They get Waddle back. Yeah, that team can be dangerous, man. And that reminds me a lot, Kyle, of us in Vegas League, maybe me and Roll Tide, that starting off 1-7 or whatever, making that comeback. Yeah, they're now 7-7. Looking good. I think
except in Roll Tide we made in Vegas we made playoffs.
Yeah, our team didn't shit the bed in there.
That's how it differs than your Roll Tide.
Yeah. Ouch. Better competition in Roll Tide. Okay, mister, I'm still not in the playoffs. I lost by 2, but you're not first, you're last, right?
I made it, and I got more championships than you.
And you have more draft picks left.
Might drop, yeah, that too. You traded off your whole
another time if they want to.
You traded off your whole draft and still didn't make playoffs. Man.
Just first and second round pick, and I'll have 2/3. It's not the worst, I guess, but gross. Dolphin. Oh, they beat a healthy Baltimore team. Yeah, I mean Baltimore's not looking, and it looks like an unhealthy Baltimore team might be better right now with Huntley in there.
Yeah, Huntley's looking better than Lamar right now.
Lamar is not looking good, man. It's so bad.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Yeah, not looking good at all. There's a lot of players struggling, though. Like, it's weird.
It is. Dak's struggling. Kyler Murray's struggling. I mean, Arizona lost to Detroit, all right? That's ridiculous. It's not okay.
It says, imagine if Buffalo and New England tied and both lost out and Miami won out. LOL.
It's funny. Like, I'm glad everybody's here. Don't take this the wrong way. But it's funny the conversations we get into when everybody's lost out of the playoffs and fantasy's over now for them.
I know, right? Because everyone's just sad about this week. And it's just like, yeah. So, Jonathan, because this is why right here. I'm hurting, guys. Hopkins last week and Fournette this week. Yep. Murray looking like trash. Renfro did nothing this last week. Renfro screwed us this week.
If everybody that teams rode into the playoffs screwed him this week, except for Cup.
Yep.
Played well. That's
Now,
it.
Jonathan says he was on bye this week, so he got lucky, right? But week 16 not looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, because MJ got blasted this week, he said. So yeah, it's depressing. It is. I mean, we work so hard all year, right? And like Kyle just mentioned, you ride these players all year. They're just tearing it up for you, getting you to the playoffs, and you're like, hell yeah. And then first round of the playoffs, they score 5 or less points apiece. You know, you have this all-star lineup that scores you 60 points instead of the 160 you're used to. What do you do?
When all of your players decide that they want the first round bye, whether you actually have it or not, and take the week off.
It's nuts, man. And what's weird is like it's fine if like one player does it, right? Like you look at my Roll Tide roster and I had one player not perform well, and that was Kamara. So it's fine usually when like one player does it on your roster, but when your entire roster does it, what the hell? Like, how does that even happen? How do all those guys the same week just shit the bed? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. What's up, JV Show? How's it going? Let's go. What quarterback should I play in a money contest? Normally, I got 6,000 range for DKS. Kyle, you might be better suited for this. I don't really play.
I don't know. I don't have in front of me the values for quarterbacks for next week yet, but I'm guessing some of your cheaper ones will include Jimmy Garoppolo, who
Jimmy G is.
I love this week against Tennessee. Let's see. Let's go down here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm liking Jimmy G this week. This coming week.
Man, there's not a ton. I don't know what Hurts runs, but he plays New York.
He just runs.
He does. He does. You know, honestly, there's not a lot that are in good matchups that'll be very cheap. Tua. I bet Tua and Jimmy G would be my two. Maybe Taysom Hill. I don't know what Taysom runs in DraftKings, but Hill, Tua, Garoppolo. Actually, Garoppolo, Hill, Tua is the order I would rank them in. If I'm guessing they'll probably be some of your cheaper ones if you're looking for value.
Taysom Hill plays Miami. I don't like that at all. I like Garoppolo best though. I like that.
Yeah.
MJ says I went 10-3 and lost in second round to a guy 6-7. Yeah, same. I went 10-4 in a league and just lost to a guy who went 6-8. In our best
MJ,
ball.
going back to the DraftKings deal, because I see your follow up there. If Huntley plays again this week against Cincinnati, I like him a lot.
That's true. That's a good point.
If Lamar's back, probably holding off.
Yep.
One, because he's going to be way more expensive, but two, because he hasn't been playing as well. But if Huntley plays against Cincy, I don't hate that either.
Speaking of Huntley, he betted high on Murray last week and lost to a guy who had Huntley. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I brought that up. Because
yep.
Yeah.
Even Nick Folk sucked. Yes. Trust me and Kyle feel that to our bones right now.
MJ, we literally just said Jimmy G like 3 times, our top choice.
Yep. Jimmy G was top choice there. What's up, Cornelius? How's it going? Yeah, Jimmy G, easily best choice there. My guess is his price will be right.
Yeah, Jimmy G, Huntley, Hill, and Tua. Those are the 4 I'd be shooting for in that range. What I expect to be that range, I have no idea without it in front of me, honestly.
Yeah, I was hoping. See, this throws everything off, like you said, because right now, like Fantasy Pros doesn't have stuff ready for Week 16 up. Usually by now we have Week 16 like rankings, so we can easily see like what next week's schedule look like and stuff, and kind of see what those matchups look like. But I don't have my cheat sheet, I don't have my typical cheat sheet, man.
Yeah, I know.
Makes it really hard. How am I
Let's
supposed to
see.
cheat sheet it? Oh well, that's what it is.
You're looking okay. So he wants 3 must-start running backs. You talking like kind of value running backs? Because I can give you obvious ones. Like you're never sitting Jonathan Taylor, but obviously you're looking for value because you're talking DraftKings still, I assume.
I would think.
I like that. Just for my progress, I don't know if he's a must start, but I like that. Was it Craig Reynolds? Is that his
Any
first name?
value,
Craig?
one high, one medium, one low. Sorry, I
Well,
didn't mean to.
if you're looking high, I mean Taylor's obviously the choice. He has to be.
Yep.
On the low end, I like that Craig Reynolds kid for Detroit. He's been looking good, and they play Atlanta.
Justin Jackson could be a tricky pickup this week if Eckler ends up being out.
Yeah, who do they play? Houston. Yeah, I like Justin Jackson if Eckler's out. Ronald Jones. I like Ronald Jones a lot this week against Carolina.
You think he'll probably be in the medium range?
You know who your absolute must start is this week? James Robinson against the Jets.
Absolutely, 100%.
100% get him in your lineup somewhere. I don't hate David Montgomery against Seattle. Clyde
Jeffrey Wilson.
Edwards-Helaire against Pittsburgh.
Is Elijah Mitchell going to come back next week?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming so, but that knee's tricky week to week. But I like Monty against Seattle. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire against Pittsburgh. I like Javonte and Gordon against Vegas, though not as much as some of the others. I don't think I'm touching a running back in that Washington-Dallas game. I don't hate Kamara against Miami.
I don't know if I like Jeff Wilson. I don't know if I like that.
I don't like even if Elijah Mitchell doesn't play, I'm not touching Jeff Wilson against Tennessee. Their run defense is pretty stout. There are way better options.
So he says
value.
He's done with the Jags. Absolutely done with the Jags. Yeah, I was done with James Robinson those last 2 weeks of the regular season because he lost me the playoffs. But then they fire Urban Meyer and then they use him like they're supposed to, and he has a good week. I mean,
Dude, he had a good week against Houston. He'll have an even better week against the Jets. Don't, dude. I'm telling you.
but yeah, I mean, he had 18 carries and 3 receptions this week. He had what he should have been having.
If you don't get
last
James
month.
Robinson in your lineup this week against the Jets, it will be to your own detriment. I promise. He has overall RB1 upside this week against the Jets. Like, you can't pass on that.
Yeah, he has a fantastic playoff schedule. I mean, that's why I traded for him in the league. I didn't actually end up making to the playoffs. Thank you, Urban Meyer. So, I mean, they used him this week. They'll use him next week. I think you have to against the Jets. It's a great, great matchup.
I mean, it's your team, but you'll regret it if you don't, I promise. I'm going to pick him as my super loser of the week, so he's going to go completely apeshit.
Boom. Nailed it.
I broke that curse this week. Thank you.
You did. Much. Who was your super loser this week?
Saquon Barkley, and guess what he did?
Well done.
He's super lost. He's super shit the bed. Now, see, MJ, I'd be way more concerned about Carter than Robinson.
Yes.
After what he just did coming back.
I agree. He messed me over in a couple of leagues too this week. Michael Carter did not do well.
Yeah.
Just needed about 5 more points out of him, and he couldn't overcome 2.5 points. Well done, Michael Carter.
Like, he doesn't want to start James Robinson against the Jets, but he's asked about Jeff Wilson and Michael Carter. I am confused. Is this like a golf league where you're trying to score less? I don't understand what's going on.
I mean, I feel like the Jets are a better team than Jags and win. Okay, I mean, Houston beat them, but also he got 17.8 points against them. So
they are the worst league team in the league against running backs. Like I could get 100 yards rushing against the Jets, and I'm a big old fat man. All right.
I mean, essentially, you start running backs against Detroit and the Jets, the Lions and the Jets.
Yeah.
You have to.
No, we know what DKS is.
Yeah, we know what DraftKings is, but yeah. Kyle, did Seven ever text you back?
No, I told him
Weird.
we just went live and he liked it. That was it.
Huh.
So
yeah, money lineups, just taking gambles. Yeah,
I get it, but you still got to make smart gambles.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you said you're done with the Jags, and it's like, well, you really shouldn't be. Like, that's not the right reason to. If the value's just not correct, if you don't have the money for it and you're picking between him and, I don't know, Jonathan Taylor, then fine. But
I started James Conner like everyone said. Everyone but me.
I was going to say, from what I heard, it was start him for sure. Unless Edmonds is there, then it muddies that water.
Yeah, take a lap. That's exactly right.
Take a lap. That's funny. Smitty's funny.
Smitty's hilarious.
I tell you what, Smitty, in our Grow Your Page league, he did not do well. He struggled in there.
Which is weird. He had a good team, if I remember right.
He came in 14 out of 16. Man, he struggled bad.
I thought he had a pretty good team.
He had Josh Allen, Michael Carter, DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs.
That's right. It was DK and Diggs. Because I remember he had a couple of stud receivers. Well, DK shit the bed all year. So
and he has Elijah Mitchell.
Diggs didn't live up to it. Yeah, dude, he had all of the Niner running backs. Remember?
He did.
He literally drafted all of them.
But when he drafted, he had that Allen Diggs and then Metcalf. And then, he had all of those running backs. So he was bound to hit one. But beyond that, he didn't really have anything. Tanyan was his number one tight end.
He was all about some Tanyan.
And then
he did a whole video about Tanyan.
Yeah.
After he drafted.
And that was funny because we were all giving him crap like Tanyan, and he was like, "What?" And it's like, "Okay, man." But
and even forget about the injury. He wasn't doing anything before he got hurt.
No, he never does. Yeah, Smitty was determined that Tanyan was going to have a good year. He had 2 good games all year. Week 2 against Detroit, and then Week 7 against Washington, and that's it. Ouch. Yeah, that's funny. Love and Robinson comeback for Mr. Sarcastic. Yep, agree. 84% of snaps played, as it should be. What the hell, Urban Meyer?
If he didn't already screw you out of the playoffs, you're loving the comeback.
Yeah, exactly. Do I start Miles? Man, I'm losing my voice. Kyle, take that one.
Do I start Miles Sanders versus the Giants or Barkley versus the Eagles? Barkley, easily. In my estimation, it's easy anyways. I mean, he had not a great day against Dallas, but Dallas is playing really well against the run. The Eagles, not as much. Gibson had a great day today against the Eagles. Barkley's better than him. Yeah, they're averaging 200 rushing yards a game, but it's between 4 running backs and a quarterback. You're on mute still, Corey.
Yep, and a quarterback. That's exactly what I was going to say, and then I was muted and you beat me to it. So, yeah, that's I'm not trusting that Miles Sanders is picking up those yards.
Half of their rushing yards every week is Jalen Hurts. So Sanders had the best game of his season tonight. That's not going to be.
Well, he's had 2 good ones. He had the Jets and then this one. So he's had 2 good back-to-back games, but which is surprising, honestly. My IG died on me. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go offline over there. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I mean,
You got to
he's
go Barkley between those two. Like that's an easy choice, honestly.
the last time they played the Giants, he had 7.4 points. He had 9 carries for 64 yards. Sanders did not have a good day, but
Sanders has one good game now, and you're starting him over Barkley. MJ, I'm not.
I mean, it's 2 running backs we dislike, 2 teams we dislike, the Eagles and the things, but
McKissick's on IR, Mr. Sarcastic. He's not coming back.
yeah. Yep, they placed him on IR, so what has Barkley done? I mean, that's a fair point, but at least he's guaranteed more touches.
He's getting a ton of workload. Guaranteed to get the goal line touches. I mean,
he had. Hold on, let me get down here. I mean, he's also getting about the same amount of points as Sanders, honestly, if not more. I mean, they're kind of even. I just think I like Barkley, the guaranteed touches.
I feel way more comfortable with Barkley.
Yeah, I mean,
but
neither
if
are really
you
great.
don't start Sanders, it's your prerogative. But that's just my opinion. I feel
and if you're
much
looking
more
at
safe with Barkley.
and if he's looking at like how much they're going to cost in DraftKings, then they're even enough. I could see taking Miles Sanders there if the price is right over Barkley, because Barkley is just going to be more expensive, probably based off of name, anyways.
That's true. I forgot
So
we
it
were
depends.
talking. I forgot we were talking.
I'm not sure
DraftKings
which.
stuff.
Well, it depends. I'm not sure.
You're right, though. I bet he is still talking about DraftKings. I forgot about that.
So
Value
I mean,
does play a role.
it's a different kind of game. So different values and different outlooks. So yeah,
When
if you're
they are
looking,
that close, value does play a larger role. So I don't know.
it's hard to say.
Sushi's betting on Tyler Lockett even when he's out. That's a man crush and a half, my guy. You might want to go see like a psychiatrist or something. That's not healthy.
Reminds me of bald guy Jonathan Taylor, but at least Jonathan Taylor.
That's not healthy. That's borderline stalker level, my dude.
Nah, you got a stage 5 clinger. Let's see. MJ wants to know. Wow, that jumped. Sorry. Do I sell high on Chase this week, or should I go cheap on AJ Brown?
It's Antonio, isn't it?
Antonio Brown. Sorry, cheap on Antonio Brown.
Who's Chase play again? Baltimore.
Oh, here. See, this is exactly. Sorry, I'm gonna jump over to this because it's relevant to it. Sanders 5,300, Barkley is like 6,500. See, so when you look at it from that point of view, it's way different.
In that case, yeah, save $1,200 and go with Sanders.
It didn't click with me that we were talking DraftKings.
Me either until
when
you
it comes
said
to
it.
that. Yeah.
Until you said it, it didn't register. And like, just Barkley against Sanders in like a normal league, it's Barkley all day. But in that situation with the price, like
Sanders all day,
close enough, you have to take the value play.
$1,200 is a huge difference for something that's. I mean, you're kind of splitting hairs there when it comes to who you're going to start.
I'm gonna get Sushi in touch with one of my best friends from high school's dad is a psychiatrist. Like I'm gonna give you his number and you can call him. And
you might need to find him a good lawyer if he keeps violating his restraining order that Lockett's got against him.
But I mean, when you're this infatuation you have with a mediocre player like Lockett is just not healthy.
I wouldn't necessarily say mediocre, but he's a little above average.
I just said mediocre to drive him crazy.
NJ, who is your actual team? Like in real life, who's your?
Well, it's not Dallas because he got offended when I said that. So
he needs 1 hour sessions nightly. Somehow we are his therapy session. Sushi, we're gonna start charging you for this.
Yeah.
Let's go back up here. I thought I missed.
You're a Philly fan, Corey. Ban him from our chat, please.
It all makes sense, Kyle. It all makes sense now.
We got too many Philly fans coming through here.
How do we get so many Philly fans?
How do a couple of Dallas Cowboy fans who start a channel end up with so many Philly guys in their chat? I don't. And honestly, like, I've never had good experience with Philly fans, but all the ones that come through here are like actual human beings.
Well, it's because we're not in person. They can't spit on us.
True, that's true. They can't hit us or flip over our car in a celebration, or doing Philly things.
Ah,
Dude,
I
you see
love it.
Dallas fans everywhere because they're America's team. That's why
Right.
they're America's team, is because they have fans everywhere.
That's right.
People mischaracterize why we're called that. It's not because we're the best team in America. It's because we have fans all over America.
Yeah. And they do actually travel, I mean, fairly well. It's funny, Dak said this week, and that's not true, Jay Gore. I was out of diapers, and Kyle's older than me, and I was out of diapers by then. I was in started up school by that time. So get out of here with that, man. I
Yeah,
was
we're still only halfway the length of time that it took between Kansas City winning their last one and the one before that. So
the Eagles just won one in franchise history. It just happens to be more recent. I mean,
MJ, I don't understand that either. With Detroit getting things, it's just always been that way. I have no idea the actual reasoning behind it.
yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know the history of why Dallas has Thanksgiving games. I think it was just maybe they volunteered for it back in the day and decided to keep it a tradition. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, it's America's team, so it makes sense that it's such an American holiday is celebrated. Now, when they were doing Thanksgiving, it was Dallas versus Washington. That was awesome. And then they changed Washington's name and don't play that game anymore. That's kind of sad. But I think that was the last 2 years they had that, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
I mean, that was the original. That's what Thanksgiving was originally, anyways, wasn't it? Okay, I'm gonna stop
That's
before
not
I get in
necessarily.
trouble. I don't.
Yeah,
I
nobody.
don't want to get. I don't want to get canceled. So I'm just gonna stop.
Here's the thing, MJ. I'm gonna show this one up here. Nobody wakes up excited to watch the Lions. Here's my thing. I love Thanksgiving. It may be my favorite holiday
Yeah, it is mine.
because you get to eat a lot and then take a nap. So the Lions are really good for Thanksgiving because you can sleep through their game and miss nothing.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think it's
they're
more
perfect.
about. I think it's more about the team that they're playing against. You get up and you get excited to watch your team beat the Lions. So there's one fan base that's super excited every season on
We
Thanksgiving to
got
get
the
out and watch
Lions
their
on
team beat the
Thanksgiving.
Lions. I do like that they add a third game a few years back though, and started
Yeah.
doing 3 games on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, and usually that night game, the one that's not Dallas and not the Lions, is usually the most exciting game of the day.
Yeah.
Best matchup that night game. Um, so Sushi coming in here with the hot takes. I tell you, and you know what's
Lockett and the
funny?
Niners. Okay.
Lockett and the Niners. He
Why are
should.
you not a fan like you are for Lockett, but for a Niners player?
It's weird. Like no Niners
You
fan
like
should
a
be that big
rival
of a
team's
fan.
player. That'd be like me like being infatuated with
Miles Sanders.
Kenny Galladay.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Or,
Devontae Smith, who has one good game here and there or something.
I started to say Terry McLaurin, but Lockett's not the best receiver on his team. So it'd have to be like Kenny Galladay or, I don't know, Adam Humphries, Logan Thomas, maybe on that team.
Speaking of wide receivers on the Giants,
Jalen
man,
Rager.
poor Sterling Shepard, man, that sucks.
That dude can't catch a break. You know who he
I-
reminds me of with the injuries? Ryan Broyles, also a Sooner.
yeah,
Struggled to stay healthy. Just very unfortunate, man.
I mean, when he went down the other day, I mean, you knew exactly what happened. You knew
Yeah,
what the injury was. You knew everything that, like it was just sad. Yeah,
it is. It is sad.
nobody wakes up excited to watch the Lions unless you're Arizona. Ugh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're Arizona, you're not excited to play the Lions. How embarrassing! Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah.
Niners' big downfall was a power outage.
Dude, I was
So true.
actually stuck in an airport during that Super Bowl when the lights went out during the Harbaugh Bowl. And I thought because I was traveling and it was starting, I saw the first quarter And then my plane got delayed, and I'm like, crap, I'm going to miss the end of this game because once they get everything fixed. But I ended up watching the whole game in the airport before they got the plane ready and we could leave.
It was sabotaged.
Dude, the
Brotherly
airplane,
sabotage.
we were in Salt Lake City, and the plane was froze up. They had to thaw it out. It took forever.
MJ says, I think Dallas has been saving Zeke. He's going to be fresh for playoffs. I think Jerry learned from DeMarco Murray days, 14, 16. He knows he's got a bad man. Both are, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true. And I mean, I think Zeke's been struggling and Pollard's been really good, but I think they should have saved Zeke more, honestly.
I think the plan from the beginning of the year was to get Pollard more involved so that both would still be fresh for the playoffs. Now they've both struggled through their injuries. Neither one's going to be super fresh. Zeke will be fresher than Pollard off that torn plantar fasciitis thing that he's got going on.
Yeah.
But Clement's not looking terrible, so I don't know.
So what you got here, Kyle?
No, you got to use the pin. See, that's the tendon.
I know. I just
or
had
the
to.
ligament, rather.
So here's my thing: is Kyle? Remember one of the very first broadcasts we did? One of the very first ones we did for BoomBust was on the extended season, 17-game season.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one of the very first things we talked about on that was how much it was going to change the running back usage for everything, because that extra game, they were already struggling with running backs staying healthy and everything, and running back splitting time, and then adding that an extra game would make that happen even more, that running backs would have to share even more. So I think that's kind of what we've seen from a lot of backfields, and I think Pollard and Zeke is a perfect example of that happening.
I think next year you're going to see even more timeshares if that's possible.
100%.
All of these top, even like all of these top workhorse backs you got, I think all of them are going to start ceding more carries.
Yep.
To their change of pace guys. And
absolutely.
It's unfortunate for fantasy, but I think that's the way it's headed.
I agree, especially with so many injuries taking place, plus the extra game. And I mean, look at so many of these teams like AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, right? Like so many of these backup running backs are so good. Even Madison's really good behind Dalvin Cook. I mean, you've got good running backs that are backups, and I agree. I think you're going to see it even more and even more. And this says, do you think Philly can go week 18 and win? Oh, absolutely.
I think they can if they play everybody, but honestly, by that point, I think the playoff picture will be settled. I'll be surprised if we're starting all of our guys that week. To be honest with you.
That's a good point. I could see us not playing all of our guys for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. Philly is 9.
We'll have the division clinched by then, for sure, and then it'll just be for seeding. And if we can't move up a seed, we probably won't even play everybody that week.
Yeah, I actually very much agree with that. And I think we're willing to let Philly get that win and make the playoffs and lose first round. So, yeah, I don't think we're super worried about that. But, yeah, if we play full strength, I mean, easily better than Philly. Even in Philly. Screw playoffs. I need them in my playoffs. Yeah, for sure. Jaguar, I feel that right now. Fantasy is life. Right, Kyle?
Exactly.
What's one team you don't want to see your team facing round 1 playoffs as of right now?
The Rams. I don't want to play that passing offense. I don't want Dak to get destroyed by Donald and Miller.
That's a good point.
That's going to be a tough team. It's a tough matchup for Dallas.
Yeah.
Based on our team strengths and weaknesses, I think the Rams are one of the toughest matchups for us. So that'll be – I don't think we'll end up playing them first round, but maybe.
It's going to be tough, man. I don't know. The NFC is really tough. Rams are trash. Sushi, I swear, man. Are we getting trolled? It's funny.
The Niners are good. I think
Hold
we'll
on.
have an easier job stopping them than the Rams.
Looks like it might be Arizona versus LA Rams. That would be great. The playoffs are going to be fantastic. The matchups in there are going to be amazing. I'm actually
It's gonna
really
be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's one of the most exciting years. I think we're looking at some of the strongest teams.
Well, and earlier in the
Overall.
season, I thought that the AFC side was going to be super weak, but some of those teams are really picking up steam here towards the end.
Yeah.
Patriots, Chargers, Colts, all those guys are really picking up some steam, and so that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be hard to predict, and I'm excited for it. Honestly, I'm liking it a lot. Oh, I don't know about round one, but I would Dallas and San Francisco in the playoffs. How great would that be?
That'd be fun.
That would be really tough for my Cowboys, but honestly, what a fun matchup. Oh, who wins the AFC South?
I guess Tennessee's leading it right now, right?
Yeah, it's a 1-game difference.
I think the Colts end up winning it. But I don't know. I don't know their schedules.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up here. I'm trying to see what Tennessee,
San Fran, and Miami, and then Houston. And Indy plays Arizona, Vegas, and Jacksonville.
ooh,
I
could
don't
see.
know. I think Indy ends up winning that.
I think you're right. I think I like Indy more. What did I do to my camera? There we go. A little behind the scenes there for people. Yeah, no Derek. Yeah, Titans suck too. No Derrick Henry, no good. Yeah, the Titans are absolute trash. I don't know what to tell you. They're about as reliable as Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
There you go, Jonathan. I got sushi back for you. Yeah, I mean, I think the Colts are just rolling right now, and I mean, I could see the Titans losing to Miami there, honestly.
Yeah.
I could see them losing 2 of their next 3 games.
They'll lose to San Fran for sure. And then Miami's kind of a toss-up. They'll beat Houston.
And the Colts, I could see them beating Arizona. Arizona's not looking great right now at all. I could see them doing that, and then they'll beat Vegas and Jacksonville. So,
yeah, I think they can win out.
Now, what's their – because that would put them at a tie with their win-loss records, and I don't know who has the head-to-head there, Colts and Titans. That's tough. I'm just going to throw it at the Colts right now just to see how that goes. If Tennessee gets Henry for playoffs, I'd be worried. I agree, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, just throwing that out there too.
Yeah.
As for the AFC East,
Patriots.
I honestly think the Patriots. Yeah,
they're playing the best defense right now.
Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I thought the Bills were gonna walk through that division this year.
Yeah, I thought the Bills would run away with it.
They've struggled a little bit more than I expected, and the Patriots have looked dynamite.
That Patriots D is better than I expected. And Buffalo's D's kind of been slacking lately. So
yeah, not playing great. So yeah, I think the Patriots pull that off. It's wild. I did not see that coming.
The hoodie is a cheater, but you know, he does know how to win.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's all I'm saying. All right, man. Kyle, we've been on here for an hour now. So I know you got another show coming up here in 30 minutes with Tony, right? Y'all doing your waiver show?
Yeah, we'll do waivers here in about half an hour.
Perfect. All righty, guys. Let's get off here. Kyle, you get a break in, and then come on with Tony, do your waiver wire pickups, guys. If you guys know Tony, that's a good one. Good information you're going to get there. So I'm also going to say Bengals are going to win the AFC North. And I got a picture with Joe Mixon at Safeway like 2 months ago. Dang, nice.
That's awesome, dude. We're big Mixon fans. We're Sooner fans, so that's our guy. Him and P. Ryan both. So that's awesome. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. As for the AFC North, real quick before we hop off of here, I'm gonna look at their schedule real quick.
What do you tell a girl with 2 black eyes, Kyle?
You don't. You already told her twice.
And Joe Mixon already told her twice.
That's a horrible joke.
I know.
See the Rams, Pitt. Man, I don't like either of their schedules. I think Baltimore is going to end up winning the AFC North.
Huntley the hero, huh?
So there you go.
Huntley the hero. All right.
I think Burrow will choke a game in there or two.
Ooh, boy. Spicy. All righty, guys. We're logging off here. Catch Kyle and Tony in about 30 minutes. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Jonathan.
Oh, Jay Gore. Get out. We're getting off here before you get in trouble. Bye.